What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. And today we're going to be making up NHL Monday. I completely forgot yesterday was NHL Monday, but we'll make it up today. NHL Tuesday, Monday. Yep, that's what it is today. So we're making up NHL Monday. Before we do that, we're gonna go over fantasy, my predictions, obviously. Then we're gonna review today's USHL playoff games, and then review yesterday's NHL games. And then we're gonna make up NHL Monday, go over the standings. So yeah. All of my social medias, X/Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, my website, with all my blogs. I might start making blogs on there every Sunday and Monday and for all the games coming up. See that for the playoffs. The USHL and NHL. We'll see though. I'm still considering doing that anyways, but it's still there anyways for all my previous blogs either way. My football channel, American football channel, baseball channel, basketball channel. My Twitch Discord, my Spotify, my Discord. USHL discussion Facebook group, about 5.2 thousand USHL fans. Another Facebook group, Saints for Life, is about 1,000 of big fine Saints fans. All that, paragraph and a half, who I am, what I do with podcast. All you need to know is this podcast. Another paragraph, how to contact me if you have any comments, questions, about this podcast. All that much more is in the description of this podcast episode. Check it out if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you like this podcast. Following us Spotify, same thing. Like this episode, if you like this episode in particular, like Spotify, same thing. Notifications on this YouTube channel if you want to know what's going to go live and to upload a video on this channel. So, with all that out of the way, let's get into fantasy here. Starting with the first matchup in the championship matchup. These are my fantasy league ends in 2 days, so these matchups will be finalized in 2 days. Salmon Slayers has a ridiculously good night and they were down for the past couple of days. Salmon Slayers is now beating Leather 294.2 to 284.3. Salmon Slayers top performer Dylan Strom, he got a Hattie today. Kucherov and Kale McCarr. Leather's top performer Sean Monahan, Rats Dowling, inside job. Oops. Up there. Alright. And then this next matchup, the winner gets the 3rd seed, loser gets the 4th seed. I am losing this matchup to the Baldy, 310.2, 245.7. My top performers, Ilya Sorokin, Jake Sanderson, Braden Point. Baldy top performer, Darcy Kemper, Matt Baldy, and Philip Forsberg. Next matchup, winner gets the 5th seed, loser gets the 6th seed. The Toronto Maple Leafs is beating Glizzy 205.3 to 162.8. Glizzy's top performers, Ovechkin, Crosby, Batherson. Toronto Maple Leafs top performers, Uyghur, Thomas, and Matthews. Daniels Dan team is beating C Smart team 213.1 to 181.5. In this matchup, winner gets the 7th seed, loser gets the 8th seed. C Smart team top performers, Sebastian Anderson, Joel Exonek, Jeff Jones. Daniels Dan team top performers, Adrian Campbell, Thomas Shabbat, Nick Suzuki. Next matchup here, we got Justice Scary team defeating Taco in the matchup. The winner gets the 9th, loser gets the 10th seed, or the last seed. 198.6 and 149.8. Taco's top performers, Zach Lorenski, Jordan Carey, Connor Bedard, Justice Scary team top performers, David Pastrnak, Glenn Keller, Kevin Fiala. Speaking of the Toronto Maple Leafs right here, the Leafs series, first round series is locked up. Most of the playoff series are locked up right now, okay? So all the playoff series that are guaranteed to happen in the first round right now are the Hurricanes and the Devils, which Devils are looking really bad as of late. Really bad. The Hurricanes should take care of business in that series, realistically. Stars and the Avalanche is happening. Avalanche should probably come away with that. The Stars are looking really bad as of late. Avalanche are looking good. Finished with 102 points since they played the last game. Avalanche. Kings and the Oilers. I think the Kings will finally get the job done this time. Wild clinched the playoff spot today. The Blues clinched the playoff spot today. Leafs and the Senators, Battle of Ontario, first round. I think the Leafs will win that series in Game 7. And then the Battle of Florida is also happening, which I think the Lightning will win that series. The only series that are not confirmed right now are if the Knights and the Jets, which one of those teams will play the Wild and the Blues. So those two series are not locked up right now. Then the Capitals will be playing, either the Canadiens or the Blue Jackets, whoever squeaks in the playoff spot. Looking to be the Canadiens, but don't know. So yeah. So my predictions for today's NHL games was I had Ottawa defeating Chicago, Devils defeating the Bruins, Leafs defeating the Sabres, Blue Jackets defeating the Flyers, Lightning beating the Panthers, Capitals beating the Islanders, Blues beating the Hockey Club, Wild beating the Ducks, Knights beating the Kraken, and Kings beating the Kraken. You're the Knights beating the Flames, Kings beating the Kraken. There you go. And then my USHL playoff game predictions for today, I had Muskegon defeating Cedar Rapids, Tri-City defeating Waterloo, Green Bay defeating Madison, Sioux City defeating Fargo. I went 1 for 4. Cedar Rapids actually forced a game 3. Waterloo closed it out. Waterloo will be playing Sioux Falls in the second round. I'll get more in depth in that in a little minute. In a minute. I'm going to review the games right after this. Green Bay, Madison defeated Green Bay. They're moving on to play Dubuque in the second round. And Sioux City was smacking Fargo like 7-0 with like 5 minutes. Like a little while before I started this podcast. So, yeah. Speaking of that, let's go over to the USHL games today. Let's review them. Starting with Cedar Rapids getting a goal with 59 seconds left in the game. Another nail biter in Muskegon. This time Cedar Rapids comes up huge. Yeah, yesterday Muskegon scored with about a minute left in regulation to take the late lead. This time Cedar Rapids did it. 3 unanswered goals for Cedar Rapids to end the game. A ridiculously good comeback for Cedar Rapids. The heart, the grit they showed that fight, the fight they showed that game to come back and win. And Muskegon was very impressive. They won 4-3. Both teams won 1 for 2 in the power play, which is 26-18 for Cedar Rapids. Phenomenal comeback for Cedar Rapids to get the W in Muskegon. They force game 3 tomorrow. Winner go home tomorrow. Loser goes home. Winner moves on to face number 1 seed Youngstown. That game will be held at Muskegon at about 6:10 Central, 7:10 Eastern, 4:10 Pacific time tomorrow in Muskegon. Next game, Waterloo scored 3 unanswered goals in the third period to extend from a 4-3 lead to 7-3 lead at the end of the game. Waterloo closes out the sweep, 2-game sweep. 7-3 in Waterloo, shot to 40-23 in favor of Waterloo. Waterloo 3-4 on the power play, Tri-City goes 0-4. Phenomenal special teams for Waterloo, phenomenal offense for Waterloo. Pretty decent defense, only allowed 23 shots. Overall, phenomenal game for Waterloo. They get swept last year by the 6th seed of Lincoln Stars at home. Now they sweep the 6th seed Tri-City Storm this year. And they're going to move on to play Sioux Falls Stampede, I believe, starting Friday. I believe that series will start on Friday. So I'm assuming since I think Waterloo and Sioux Falls and then Madison and Dubuque will probably start on Friday. And then Cedar Rapids or Muskegon versus Youngstown will probably start on Saturday. And then Sioux City or Fargo versus Lincoln will probably also start on Saturday. That's if I had to guess. I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's how that would go. Madison goes up 4-0 over Green Bay. Green Bay scores 3 unanswered, and then Madison gets empty at the end of the game to close it out. Just a 34-21 in favor of Green Bay. Green Bay plays a great game. They should have got the W. Couple of undisciplined plays down the stretch for Green Bay towards the middle of the game. Going to keep the puck out of the net. And then, Green Bay is 1 for 5 in the power play. Madison is 1 for 4. A 3-0 lead heading into the second period. Madison extends a lead 4-0 in the second. 2 answer from Green Bay, then the empty net for Madison to eventually close out the game. Madison will play Dubuque in the second round, starting in Dubuque, I'm assuming on Friday night, if I had to guess. And then, 7-0 win for Sioux City. 4-0 was the score at the end of the first period. Kept going. 7-0. Sioux City destroys Fargo in game 1. And Sioux City shots at 27-14 in favor of Sioux City. Sioux City go 1 for 2 in the power play. Fargo 0 for 4. 14 saves, Samuel Urban shutout. Sioux City looks nasty right now. They'll play tomorrow to try to complete the sweep on Fargo Wednesday in Sioux City. If they aren't unable to do that and Fargo picked up a W tomorrow in Sioux City, there'll be a game 3 on Thursday. Winner go home will also be held in Sioux City. So, that's that. So, Madison's moving on to play Dubuque in the second round. And then Waterloo will be playing Sioux Falls in the second round. Tomorrow, game 3, winner go home. Muskegon hosting Cedar Rapids. Winner moves on to play Youngstown in the second round. Loser will go home. That's tomorrow. And then also tomorrow's game 2 in Sioux City versus Fargo. If Sioux City wins, they move on to play Lincoln. They would complete the sweep. If Fargo wins, they will force a game 3 that will be held on Thursday in Sioux City. The winner of that game would play Lincoln in the second round. So, 2 games on tomorrow for that. One series will be guaranteed to be over tomorrow, so one's a win to go home. The other one might, which is a Sioux City series, might end. If not, it will be played on Thursday to end the series. So, that's what we're looking like right now. Let's go to the NHL scores for yesterday and then NHL Monday / Tuesday. Wake up NHL Monday. Ivan Demidov debuted. 6 minutes into the game, Ivan Demidov makes a great move. Acts like he didn't go behind the net. Dishes in front of Newhook. He pots it home. Ivan Demidov first career NHL goal. And then Demidov Not too long after that, about 7.5 minutes after, plays the puck beautifully off the boards, forehand, backhand, sneaks it around Soderblom's pad. Ivan Demidov, first career point, and then right after that, first career NHL goal. He starts off flying with the Canadiens Bell Center. I feel like the roof is about to get blown off that place after that goal happened. Bertuzzi scores a power play goal, and then after that, the Blackhawks came back, forced overtime. No goal in overtime, so we go to a shootout, and Frank Nazar gets a shootout winner. Blackhawks upset the Canadiens, and the Canadiens are waiting to clinch a playoff spot. Blue Jackets are 2 points behind them. They both have 1 game left. Canadiens play their own last game tomorrow. Blue Jackets play their last game on the last day of the regular season hockey on Thursday. So it might come down to the last game on Thursday. Red Wings destroy the Stars. Destroy the Stars. They defeat the Stars 6-4 on home ice at 37-28. Again, another stinker from the Stars. Stars not looking too good heading to the playoffs, especially if it can seem like the Avalanche are all looking pretty good themselves. Rangers win this version of the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals rematch, 5-3 in Florida. Florida doesn't have to chuck. Verhaeghe's been taking a step down. Sam Reinhart, he's there. He scored. Barkov there. They just don't have to chuck right now. And Ekblad. Correct. I am correct. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, the hockey club smacked the Predators 7-3 on the road. Predators take another L. I mean, it's the Predators. When they play a game, they take an L. So yeah, another Predators game day. Another Predators L. Kings take down the Oilers 5-0 shutout. It's back-to-back shutouts. It's the Oilers. Kings shut them out 3-0 last time. They shut them out 5-0 this time in Edmonton. 21 save. Darcy Kemper shutout. The Kings beating the Oilers pretty convincingly every time they play them. Looking so much better than the Oilers. They're looking destined to beat them in the first round and get over the kryptonite. At the end of the night, the Canucks outshoot the Sharks 37-16. Get the much deserved 2-1 overtime victory in Vancouver. The overtime winner scored by Jake DeBrusk, his 28th of the year, with about 18 seconds left in overtime. Doesn't really matter for the Canucks; they're already eliminated. But hey, they get to deserve 2 points. Might as well take it. So yeah, let's go to NHL Monday real quick here. Hey, continuing the tradition here on the Atlantic. Head straight into it. The Leafs locked up number 1 in the Atlantic today with the 4-0 shutout versus the Sabres. They are currently 51-26-4 for 106 points, 8-1-1 in the last 10 4-game win streak. Now, we know making 106, you're 108 points depending on what they do in the next game, but at least 106 points. In the regular season, won the Atlantic, they already guaranteed, literally clinched. Okay, my actual microphone turned off for a second. Someone's used this for a second. I'll try to get this turned on. But yeah, I was saying, the Leafs and the Senators are locked up in the first round, right? It's happening, literally, no matter what happens. It's happening. Battle of Ontario in the first round. But the thing we're really talking about right here is how the Leafs are going to do in the playoffs. I think the thing with the Leafs heading into the playoffs, first of all, they have, I know it's been kind of like a weakness for them, I've been saying. It still is, but especially as of late, they've been scoring consistently up and down the lineup. They haven't been doing that before when I said it was a weakness, but since I said that, they've really been locking in. Depth, top-end talent, they've been getting it. Marner's looking like his best. Nylander playing like his best. Matthews has been hurt, but maybe he turns on a switch. This season's been without Matthews really playing at his best. Imagine if he can get at his best. Be dangerous for anybody. they play, that he can get his best. But the thing, like, they have decent defense. They do let up, like, the fifth most shots against per game, which just suck. But the goalie, my goodness, the goalie, Stolar, is heading into the playoffs. It's like a brick wall, man. He's looking so good. I know he's on the bench for the Panthers in the cup run last year, but still, at the end of the day, like, he was still got that experience. He looked pretty good in the slight games that he played. Like, he's been so good this season for them. I think if he continues anything like this season, he's going to steal him a couple games in the playoffs. I think this is the year they get past the first round with the Senators, because it's also another thing to notice too that I've noticed this season is that they also got an easier draw. I feel like in the first round, like, that's what the Senators are, like, a team you want to play in the first round. Obviously, by no means that's the case. But think about the Boston Bruins last year, Lightning before that, the Lightning before that too. Like, those three teams right there are better than the Senators all this year. I'm going to be honest, they are. They are. They just are. No disrespect to the Senators, they just are. They just happen to be what it is, right? So, I just think the Leafs are built for the playoffs mode this year. I think Craig Berube behind the bench brings a different atmosphere to the Leafs when it comes to the playoff hockey. I think the Leafs will beat the Senators in the first round of 7 games. I know you don't like to say it because they don't have deep playoff experience, but they have experience in the first round. I think that'll come in clutch when it comes to Game 7 compared to the Senators that don't have any playoff experience at all. I think in the second round is when the Leafs really going to feel it, but I think in the first round they should be fine. And then you got the Lightning. They are 47, 26, and 8 for 102 points. 6-1-3 in the last 10 2-game win streak. They will be playing the Panthers in the first round. They will have home ice advantage versus them. In that first round series, so the first 2 games they'll be playing in Tampa. Starting Saturday. Actually, I don't know if the series is Saturday or Sunday. Either way, the playoffs are started. Just thinking about this gets me so hyped for the playoffs, bro. And so excited. We'll be reviewing and taking all of the playoffs, NHL and USHL, throughout the playoffs. Keep that in mind. So, but yeah, the Lightning will be hosting the Panthers in the first round. Battle of Florida rematch. Last year, Panthers beat them in Lightning 5 games. But the thing with this series, both teams are very, 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 very different. Panthers, we don't know how Tkachuk's gonna be ready to go. Ekblad's gonna miss the first few games, a couple games of the series due to this 20-game suspension. You got like 17 games ago, I think, something like that, I don't know. So he'll be missing the first few games of the series. But the teams, I feel like, just played so much hockey as of late too, man. I don't know. The Lightning just beat them 5-1 today. Lightning are looking really good. Panthers are looking hit or miss, I feel like, for them. Which has not been a thing that they've really had to deal with in the past. So that's something interesting. I think the Lightning are looking to be able to, like, Lightning also very, very improved. Hagar is the most even strength points this season. He has like 90 plus points this season. Gunsel obviously is a 40 plus goal scorer. Point to 40 plus goal scorer. Kucherov leading the Hart Ross race right now, which is the most points in the NHL regular season. So they have up in town. They have Anthony Cirelli, one of the best defensive forwards in the NHL. Nick Paul for depth. Yanni Gourde Bjorkstrand is week to week, but still, Yanni Gourde. Connor Geeky should be back in the lineup. On defense, they got J.J. Moser, obviously, for depth. Don't know why he's the first one that came to mind, but whatever. Victor Hedman, Ryan McDonough, J.J. Moser, as I said, Cernak, etc. On defense, pretty good defense. And then obviously Vasilevsky looking like prime Vasi, top 2 goalie in the NHL right now, at very least. So he's looking really, really nasty right now compared to the Panthers looking kind of inconsistent, and they're having some health issues. So overall, I like the Lightning's chance to get the W this time in the series, but obviously the Florida Panthers, they have all the experience in the world. They still have a good team at the end of the day. I could see them winning the series. I wouldn't be that shocked. I wouldn't. So, yeah. My microphone is not. Hold up. My microphone back on, so you don't have to hear the clicks, and it's better audio, but whatever, we'll try to get it on in a second. But yeah, Lightning are looking really good right now compared to number 3 in the Atlantic, Florida Panthers, 47, 31, and 4 for 98 points. 3-6-1 in the last 10, 2-game losing streak. They now look like the San Florida Panthers. They could turn on a switch for the playoffs. That's what they typically do. But I think the Lightning usually do too. There are no slouches in the playoffs. They'll be very, very good series, very physical series, very intense series. But I think the Lightning will come on top this series when it happens. But it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes for sure. And the Metro, number 1 in the Metro, number 1 in the East. We got the Washington Capitals, 51, 21, and 9 for 111 points, 4-6 in the last 10. They've been starting their third string and fourth string goalies. They haven't really been trying as much as they were before. They've lost a few games because they're starting the third string goalie and fourth string goalie for one of those games, and they haven't really been trying that hard. And for one of those games, they're also sitting Ovi. So I'm not really worried about the Capitals when it comes to that. They look so good. Lindgren just played a phenomenal game. So if Thompson is not ready to go for the playoffs, Lindgren is just as good. I mean, not just as good, but he can play good for the playoffs at the end of the day. So, yeah. We're going to have to see how that goes, but, yeah. And then number 2, the Carolina Hurricanes, 47, 28, and 5 for 99 points, 4-5-1 in the last 10. They will be playing the Devils, who we'll talk about in a minute. Hurricanes looking pretty good. They've not in the last few games, they haven't been looking as good, but they've still been playing good. Maybe not getting results. Goaltending, definitely a bit of an issue coming in the playoffs. Freddie Anderson's good, but I don't know if he's that good. Top end scoring talent, I don't know if it's that good. Second line center is pretty bad. Overall, definitely some question marks at this team. Don't know how good I feel about the Hurricanes making a deep run this year. And then the Devils, number 3, who they'll be playing in the first round, 42, 37, and 7 for 91 points. 5-4 in the last 10. They've been looking pretty bad. They did pick up overtime win with the Bruins today, but they've been looking pretty bad overall. They've looked like a completely different team without Jack Hughes and Dougie Hamilton. Dougie Hamilton should be back for the first round. You're during the playoffs sometime. So yeah, Devils heading into the Hurricane series, playing the Hurricanes in round 1. Pretty tough for the Devils to overcome for sure. Wildcard teams, number 1 right now, the Ottawa Senators. They are officially the number 1 wildcard team right now, 44, 30, and 7 for 95 points, 6-2 and 2 in the last 10. Center looking pretty good. Olmark looking great this season. Defense looking pretty good. Jake Sanderson, Thomas Shabbat. And then offense looking good as well. But very physical, very chippy, very gritty. Team ready for the playoffs. Number 2 wildcard team is the Canadian, 39, 31, 11 for 89 points, 6-2 and 2 in the last 10. They're so close to being able to clinch, but they're not able to get the clinch. They are 2 points ahead of the Blue Jackets, who are 39, 33, and 9 for 87 points, 6-4 in the last 10. They're on a 5-game win streak. Blue Jackets carry themselves back right there, so the Canadians have 1 game left. Blue Jackets have 1 game left as well, and the Canadians have 2 points in hand. So let's see if it comes down. Might come down to the final games of the regular season to figure it out. Who makes the Eastern Conference playoff, just like he did last year. The microphone not connecting. What are we doing, microphone? Alright. So yeah. The divisions are literally locked up. There's no predictions to make. The only predictions I can make right now is I think the Canadians will get the second wildcard spot, not the Blue Jackets. But the Atlantic's locked up. We'll top 3, and same thing with the Metro. So yeah. You look in the Western Conference here. Number 1 in the Central. Number 1 in the West. Number 1 in the league. President Trophy winners. Winnipeg Jets. 55, 22, and 4 for 114 points. 73 in the last 10. Best goalie in the world. One of the best 5-on-5 defenses in the world. They have good defense, number 1 defender. Great forward depth, great forward core in general with star power, best power play in the league, top 15 penalty kill. They're looking dominant this year. One of the best home teams in the league, and they're pretty decent on the road too. Jets looking pretty dang good this season. The overwhelming question for the Jets team in the season, there's actually a couple of them. First of all, are they be able to perform in the playoffs? I think they can. Will they? Don't know. They can. Yes. This may answer the question. That yes, they can. The second thing is the President Trophy curse. Is the President Trophy curse a real thing? Do I believe in the President Trophy curse? It's been kind of proven over the past 20-ish years. It could be true, but my answer to that question is no. I don't really believe in that curse. I don't think that winning the President Trophy means you can't win the cup. You're not very unlikely to win the cup. I don't really believe in it like that. I don't. The Jets are still my cup pick right now. But yeah, the Jets are looking nasty either way at the end of the day. Number 2 in the Central, Dallas Stars, 50, 25, and 6 for 106 points, 4, 4, and 2 in the last 10, 3-game losing streak. They're looking bad. They're getting outshot pretty heavily every game. Goaltending's been pretty up or down for Otter and that. Offense has been pretty decent, I guess. Power play's been pretty good. Penalty kill is the best in the league. Special teams overall is really good. 5-5, pretty iffy. Not gonna lie, pretty iffy right now. Goaltending's up and down. So not. They will be hosting the Avalanche in the first round, so they will have home ice advantage. But speaking of the Avalanche, they're number 3 in the Central. 49, 29, and 4 for 102 points, 5, 4, and 1 in the last 10. They're looking so much better. Fastest team in the NHL. Might be a little too fast for the Stars. Explosive offense led by Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, right? Marty Necas, etc., etc. Gabe Landeskog should be ready for Game 1, the captain. First NHL game in like 2.5 years. Actually, I think it might, be like pretty close to 3 years. He'd be ready to go. Arturi Lehkonen, Valerie Nichushkin. Like, their team's so good, so deep. Defense so good. Blackwood's been giving him like a 9-18 save percentage joining him. He's been joining them. He's been phenomenal. Is Mackenzie Blackwood going to be able to perform when the lights are shining the brightest when it comes to playoff time? Is he going to be, because he doesn't have like any playoff experience? So that's another question. Like, I don't know. So yeah, we're just going to have to see how that goes. That's the Central. Can't really do predictions for the Central. It's literally locked up. So in the Pacific Division, okay. Number 1, Vegas Golden Knights, 49, 22, and 9 for 107 points, 7, 2, and 1 in the last 10. 2-game win streak. They're looking nasty. Offense, phenomenal. Defense, phenomenal. Goaltending, pretty dang good this season, I would say myself. Pretty good goaltending. Great power play. And then, actually, the second best power play. And I'm pretty sure the penalty kill is actually pretty bad, if I remember correctly. But yeah. And number 2 in the Pacific, LA Kings, 47, 24, 9 for 103 points, 7, 3 in the last 10. 3-game win streak. Looking nasty. Offense been great, 5-5 at least. Defense been phenomenal. Darcy Kemper's been top 4, maybe top 5 goalie this season. He's been phenomenal. Power play is atrocious, really bad power play, pretty good penalty kill. The power play needs to get better if they want to do anything in the playoffs. Number 3, Edmonton Oilers, 47, 29, and 5 for 99 points, 6 and 4 in the last 10. Kings, Oilers, first round for the 4th time in a year. This time the Kings, 4th year in a row, I meant. But yeah, this time the Kings have home ice advantage in the first round. The Oilers, I think the Kings get the job done in 6 games this time around. So yeah, the 2 wildcard teams are locked up. Number 1's the Wild. Well, yeah. Number 1's the Wild, 45, 30, and 7 for 97 points, 5, 3, and 2 in the last 10, 2-game win streak. The Minnesota Wild will be playing the Vegas Golden Knights in the first round. Vegas Golden Knights and the Minnesota Wild will be going head-to-head in the first round. That would be a pretty fascinating series. Number 2 wild card, 44, 30, and 8, 96 points. The St. Louis Blues, 7-2 and 1 in the last 10. St. Louis Blues will be playing the Winnipeg Jets in the first round. The thing with this playoff this season that I haven't seen since I started watching hockey is only like a few years ago, but still, this playoffs have so much like question marks, like Blues 2019 kind of thing, like when they won the cup. You never know. Oilers, are they going to be able to pull off something like they did last year? Kings, are they going to be able to make a deep run? Avalanche, Stars, are the Wild going to be able to do something this season? I think the Canadians, the Senators, or the Leafs going to be able to do something. Lightning, Panthers, Hurricanes, Devils, like Capitals. Are the Capitals going to make a deep run? The Hurricanes going to make a deep run? There's so much question marks, so much potential, and so much potential upsets this year. It's ridiculous. It's kind of crazy. Like, this year, it's so much good teams up and down. Like, this entire playoffs is so good. But, yeah. The predictions really to make. The West is, the playoff series is set up, dude. They are. I'm pretty sure the East is pretty much set up, too. For the most part. Yeah. The playoff series that will be going on right now For the Eastern Conference, is going to be the Leafs and the Senators. Leafs host. Lightning, Panthers, Lightning host. Capitals versus the Canadiens or the Blue Jackets, which looks like the Canadiens right now, but you never know. The Capitals would host either way. Hurricanes versus Devils, the Hurricanes would host. So yeah, the East playoff brackets basically set up besides the Canadiens and the Blue Jackets are right there. We'll see who gets that spot. Looks like the Canadiens, so you never know. And then the West, I'm pretty sure all of the matchups are set. Pretty positive. Jets and the Blues, Stars and the Avalanche. Jets host and Stars host, by the way. Knights and the Wild, Knights host, and the Kings and the Oilers, Kings host. Yeah, we'll have some conference brackets set up. East, all you need to figure out who gets the second wildcard spot between the Canadiens and the East, and then that'll be all set up too. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's podcast episode. Hope you enjoyed. I did in morning, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time you're watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you haven't already. Liking and following us Spotify, same thing. Turn on post notification channel if you haven't already. Hope you enjoyed today's episode 24, season 10. I'll see you guys tomorrow. NHL Monday makeup, whatever. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 25 of season 10. See you there. Peace.